Hello again everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great weekend so far. It's really sunny where we are down near Heathrow, and of course we're on Microsoft Flight Simulator today at London Gatwick Airport for a little flight over to Italy, Genoa, or Genoa. So we've got the MKVY freeware Gatwick Airport, which is really good of course, and although not particularly well optimised anymore sadly, but very nice indeed. Some of the best freeware you can get. And when we get to Genoa, we're going to have some freeware there as well. So just checking out some of the interior and admiring that BOAC 747-8 there, made by Frex, who of course made our channel liveries. And there we are at stand 35. So we can come off ground power. So it's around about an hour and a bit today for flight time. And we're on VATSIM, of course, as always. Hello to everybody in the live chat, and welcome to all of our channel members, bronze, silver and gold frequent flyers. David, good morning to you. Rex, good to see you here, welcome. So we need to get our clearance, and I'm not sure if anybody else is flying along today actually. Let's have a little look. Let's pop out of the terminal for a second. Let's see what's going on here. Don't think anybody is flying along today. They know what stand we're at. Gatwick's really busy, and oh yes, look at that, classic Britannia Airways. Love it. So there, hello, welcome, hope you're okay. I'm very well, thanks for asking. And Peter as well, welcome to you. Look at that, BOAC 747. Awesome. So we've got Gatwick Ground and Gatwick Tower online. Looks like a Gatwick mentoring session as well. And I think I might have a slightly incorrect route, or departure I should say. One thing that you will notice from the last update, and this is something I'm going to be covering over the next few days as well once I get a bit of time. I'll explain all of the details and information about it. However, it's probably better if I go back to drone cam. You will now notice something out the back of the APU exhaust. Hopefully you can, maybe if I come up a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. Exhaust fumes, in case you can't. But yeah, we've got loads of new visual effects that are now able to be added to Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we've already got APU fumes out the back of the flybywire A32NX dev version, which is a really new feature, very cool. Hopefully you can see it just about. And also, the team are working away trying to create tyre smoke. So when we touch down and things like that, we should get some tyre smoke, something in the future. So really exciting. I can't exactly, ooh, exhausts. Yeah, really exciting. Over the last few days when we've not been streaming, thanks to Vipan for becoming a channel member, and also dropping a little Streamlabs donation as well of £5, and Captain79 for a donation as well, really kind of you guys too. UC, hello, welcome, and Human Reactions as well, hello to you. That's you in the 757. Ah.
Traffic speedbird 4968, London 69.
Let's tune into 121.
Ground numbers 250 heavy report.
8.
Park clearance to Dubai as well.
Not sure what approach we're going to be getting, to be honest. Gabriel, hello.
250 ground, hello, stand by number 2, break, Austrian 2592, Gatwick.
APU's on and all the rest of it. We've got the Luke Air tool for some announcements today as well.
TESTO, Yankee
Just a reminder about
TESTO,
hand
and then
luggage.
as well.
I'm certain I've got a incorrect departure.
Placed into an overhead locker.
Option 2592, thank you. Cleared to instruction info 1 Mike departure, runway 26 left. Hawke 3250, your name
If your bag has wheels, please put it in wheels.
SFD for Seaford.
We'd appreciate your assistance.
26 miles away, that's the one.
Mike has departure runway 26 left, squawk 3250,
If you're
and PNH 1234, Austin 2592.
Option 2592, correct.
bulkhead seat, all your items must be placed into an overhead locker, as the floor area around your seat
Emirates
must be
250 Gatwick for
clear.
clearance.
Gabriel, yeah, I hope so. We'll have a look when we get a bit closer. We'll have a little look to see what approaches we can expect. Of course, Genoa, one of the options is information alpha is circle to land. Info alpha QNH 1024, which we've already tuned. We're just waiting for this chap to reply, and then we'll get our clearance.
Local, I'll have to recheck the foul flight plan and get back at you. Stand by 1.
Emirates 250, roger, break TV 8749, Gatwick Tower now, 124.1225, see ya.
Tower 124225 is the 749, thank you. I was at a 47, any chance we can get stand 52 or 51, please?
UK Aviation, thanks for subscribing.
Taxi Lima, stand 51.
Lima 51, thank you.
Gatwick ground, good afternoon. Speedbird 2688 at stand 35. A320neo with information alpha, request RFR clearance to Genoa. Genoa?
2688 Gatwick ground, hello. It's going to be the Bogner 1 X-ray departure, rerouting Bogner, Yankee 47 to BENBO, and then filed.
Roger, Bogner 1 X-ray departure, routing via Bogner, Yankee 47 and BENBO then as filed. Speedbird 2688.
2688, thank you. You're cleared to Genoa. Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 5666, QNH 102.
Cleared to Genoa, Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 5666 and QNH 1024, Speedbird 2688.
2688, correct.
Good day, Alpine 76 X-ray hospital.
Oops, too many buttons. So,
76 X-ray hotel, Gatwick ground, hello, second right Juliet, hold
let's
short
delete
Sierra.
Seaford. And then in here we want 26 right. No, we don't.
250 heavy, testing rerouting.
26 left.
250, Roger, cleared to Dubai, info 1 Mike departure, runway 26.
Bogner 1 X-ray.
3475, QNH 1024.
Bogner and then Yankee 47 to BENBO. Lima 612 to Hawke. And UL 612 Zamav onwards. Lovely. So, on the charts, you guys always like to see those.
Lima, Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
That's what initially I was planning, but I knew it was wrong and I almost did file for Bogner, so I'm kicking myself a little bit there. There we go, Bogner 1 X-ray departure. So, departing runway heading 257 degrees track, up to a max of 5,000 feet and a max speed of 220 knots. And then turning south towards sort of West Wittering, that sort of direction, on the south coast of England, and then over to Bogner. It's all a RNAV departure. And ceiling of 6,000 there for us as well. So we'll have to potentially stick to those, but if we end up on Unicom, then we'll just clear ourselves above. There's all the parking stand charts.
260 heavy Gatwick ground, Roger, taxi Sierra, Juliet, hold short of Papa.
And there we are, Pier 3 on the south terminal at Gatwick. So taxi, we're going to push back onto Lima. We can expect Lima onto November.
Cargo 8262 negative, it's Sierra, Juliet, hold short of Papa.
Alpha November, hold Alpha 3 or something like that. Or Alpha Sierra and hold Alpha 2.
Ground, Speedbird 124 with you, stand 4, MS 820, request clearance to Genoa, please.
Speedbird 124 Gatwick ground, hello, it's going to be the Bognor 1 X-ray departure, rerouting Bognor, Yankee.
There's our V-speeds, 132 V1, 133 V rotate, and V2 of 137.
To Yankee 47, then been over, then as filed, Speedbird 124.
And our fuel predictions suggest over 2 tons when we get to Genoa.
12 to BENBO, apologies.
Lima 612 to BENBO.
Speedbird 124, that's correct, clear to Genoa, Bognor 1 X-ray departure.
Lima 612.
12, QNH 1024.
Clear to Genoa, squawking 6212, Bognor 1 X-ray departure, Speedbird 124, QNH 1024.
Speedbird 124, correct, break, Alpine 7X6 X-ray hotel, the instruction was hold short of Sierra. Continue now, Romeo.
Okay,
Kilo,
that's fine.
stand
1024.
Sorry about this,
We don't want to bust the constraint initially, so 5,000 initially we'll set, because we can't go above 5,000 until KKS 17,
Speedbird 2688,
and we can set a max speed. Calling Speedbird 2688.
2688, so I made a mistake, it's Bognor Lima 612 to BENBO.
Roger, Lima 612 from Bognor to BENBO, Speedbird 2688.
Runner 2 Yankee Charlie after the Austrian Airbus A319 passes right to left, continue Papa, Alpha November, correction, Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
So, let's see if I can put this in here. It's clever because it says we're from Bognor, next waypoint Airways. It's not actually giving us the option. Via Lima 612 to HAWKE. And that's there anyway.
250, stand 232, push and start approved.
So let's clear BENBO.
Start approved on 250.
Let's clear HAWKE.
Gatwick ground, tell us at 2041 on park position, gate 201, a request startup information, Bravo.
Cat 2041, Gatwick ground,
Cool.
Hello.
There we are, that's not going to get any neater.
Harbour de Mallorca, Bognor
So,
1 X-ray
super busy,
departure,
there's an Austrian in the distance, nice.
4070, QNH 1024.
And I think we are ready for push and start. We've got the APU on, all the ground equipment's clear.
Please squawk again, sir.
Peter, watch out for the British coming back from Portugal, yes.
270.
David, no problem at all. We're not ready for push and start because, whoops, fat fingers today. I haven't squawked. 5, 6,
We are cleared to
that's cursed. 666. Everything else is ready. A couple of new names in the chat. Hello to you guys. Make sure you hit subscribe down below. Aviation Simulation, hello. There we are. It's looking cracking. We've got the toolbar pushback mod as well. So, stand 35.
124-1225, see ya.
124-225 to Yankee Charlie, good day.
The Gatwick ground, Speedbird 2688, stand 35, fully ready, request push and start.
2688, Gatwick ground, hello, stand 35, push and start approved, facing south.
Push start approved, face south, Speedbird 2688.
86 Papa Tango, was that you also for push and start?
Push and start. So, little tip.
Roger, you have to push back to face west onto Kilo.
Let the tug get connected.
I can push back face west on the Kilo. Speedbird.
Once it's connected,
36 Papa Tango,
then you can take the park brake off
push and start approved, face west.
and then move the speed lever up. Little top tip for you guys. Fat finger syndrome, yes, quite.
Facing west.
Knows your steering disengage or disconnect. Park brake off. Done 35. And let's start our pushback. All of the ground equipment that you see today, all the ground vehicles and things, tugs, catering and everything driving around the airfield, they are all part of the Latin VFR ARIX scenery pack that you can download. Really good.
62 taxi Juliet, Papa Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
We'll get engine 2 started first, and then we will
Let's cargo 8262 taxi Juliet, Papa Alpha
work
November,
to
hold Alpha 3.
start the safety demonstration and everything else.
Taxiway via Juliet, Papa, Alpha, November, and hold on Alpha 3. Lufthansa cargo 8262.
Human reactions, you should be okay. I'm taking my time with the pushback anyway. Look at that beautiful BOAC in the distance there. Ooh. There goes the PTU.
Right, it's 250 heavy, ready to copy taxi.
Emirates 250, Roger, taxi Juliet, hold short of Papa.
Safety demo time.
Taxi Juliet, hold short of Papa, Emirates 250 heavy.
Speedbird 86 Papa Tango, which is ready for taxi.
Speedbird 86 Papa Tango, Roger, taxi Kilo Papa, hold short of Juliet.
Taxi Kilo Papa, hold short Juliet, Speedbird 86 Papa Tango.
Cytheria's great, isn't it?
45 after the British Airways Airbus, British Airways Boeing 747-800 passes left to right. Stand 19 and push and start cruise east-west.
After the British Airways 747, pass left to right, push and start cruise facing west for Britannia 45.
The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find
Wesley, hello.
the sign in the panel above your head.
There goes the custom tug.
Fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for
Big one.
adults. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight.
That's not too bad for a pushback where I wasn't really looking where we were going. So, engine 1 is now available as well, and we've got 1+F. Takeoff config. So we've got the checklist. Make sure we've got our ground charts ready to go as well. If you're tuning in for the first time, say hello in the live chat, folks.
107 with information Bravo on board, request of our clearance to Frankfurt.
Wesley, upgraded. Nice, thank you very much. You're donning the shiny gold again. Nice to see. Thank you very much. Some spoilers. There's human reactions. Just wait for our taxi clearance now.
Can you tell me the initial climb altitude, because I can't for the sake of it find the map of that departure.
There are 2 exits at the rear
Okay,
of the
Papa Mike, stand by,
and
get
2
that
at
for you.
the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point out
Speedbird 2688, so request taxi.
Stuart 2688, taxi Lima, Papa, hold short Juliet.
open the doors.
Taxi Lima Papa, hold short Juliet, Speedbird 2688.
Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. The slides can also be inflated by pulling
Little dab on the brakes. Cube Day. Aviation simulation, if you're in the live chat still, could you supply that link that you sent me earlier for the Genoa scenery, please?
As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling
Hopefully you can hear the safety demo.
if necessary, blow into this
4,000 feet, Lieutenant 6 Papa Mike, thank you so much.
The life
FedEx
jacket
6 Papa Tango after the Lufthansa cargo, Boeing 777, taxis right on
Your
Papa.
oxygen mask
Taxi
is behind
Papa,
the panel.
Woo!
Alpha Sierra,
Look at
hold
that.
Alpha 2.
If the cabin
Beautiful.
system should
Used to love flying Britannia as a kid. Such a great airline.
pull the mask towards
Sorry,
you
could you
to
repeat
open
that?
your
Speedbird 86
supply.
Papa Tango.
I've just thought what I need to do actually.
After the Lufthansa cargo, Boeing 777, taxis right on taxiway Papa. You can taxi Papa, Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
So you've got from Jakarta to Kaitak, can you go from Hussein Strana, Indonesia to Hang Nadim?
Roger, avoid on the
Thomas, thanks for subscribing. Matt, hello.
And then Alpha Sierra to Alpha 2, speed birding.
Let's very quickly
Tango negative after the defense
check my
cargo
profiles.
777 is
Yes, that's
in
fine.
front of you. You can
Just to make sure I don't have the
Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
CRJ one on there still.
Alpha Sierra.
Wesley, you're picking such a bad time for this. Let me get airborne and I'll sort you out, mate.
Background, break it up in radio check.
Shuttle 66 Golf, get ground, hello.
Look at that, all the heavies today. There's an Emirates 747 there.
Request flight option to Manchester, information Bravo, QNH 10, which is not.
They may fall out and injure someone.
Stand by, number 1, break, Emirates 250 after the British Airways Boeing 747. Taxis left to right, continue Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
Continuing Papa Alpha November Alpha 3 with the generic 747 on my left hand. Emirates 250.
Shuttle 6 Victor Golf, you cleared to Manchester, Lambourne 6 Mike, departure, runway 26 left. 4623.
There's an Amazon Prime plane down there. Oh, excuse that, that's some bad frames. So the only problem with this is now almost 4 gigabytes in size, this scenery, and it's it sounds bad to say, but it's almost overkill.
Qantas flight 210, get a ground, hello, stand by for clearance, your number 2.
So hold short Juliet is going to be, well, we can't go anywhere behind, beyond that BOAC.
ready for taxi.
Good grief, this is busy.
1145, taxi kilo, Papa, hold short Juliet.
Emirates Sky Cargo.
This is a cargo 8262, contact Eric Tower now, 124,
Jeff Boy.
225, goodbye.
Welcome.
Tower on 124, 225.
24225. So this is our whole point
Contact Eric Tower now, 124,
with the wigwags.
225, see ya.
124, 225, speed bird 86 Tango.
Lieutenant 6 Papa Mike is ready for push the shot out, please.
124 decimal 225. We can probably afford to get a little closer. There's so many heavies. These are all the new mirrorless Boeing 747-8.
Okay, your station stand by, I'll get you in a second. Break. Spiva 2688 after the Emirates Boeing 747, taxis right, continue Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
After the Emirates 747 passes in front, taxi Alpha November, hold Alpha 3, Spiva 2688.
Correction, Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2, Spiva 2688.
Correction, Britannia 45, continue Papa, Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Continue Papa Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2 for Britannia 45.
Emirates 250, contact Eric Tower now, 124, decimal 225, goodbye.
So Alpha Sierra Alpha 2 is the closer one of the two.
2041, push and start approved, facing south.
Oh, obviously the brake settings have changed because they are strong. The force is strong with those ones.
Cat 2041, push and start approved, face south.
This is busy. Love it. Sunday on VATSIM. That's all good.
We're also ready for pushback, thank you.
2124, clear on stand 4. 2124, stand 4, push and start approved, facing west.
Aquila, that is Emirates. And then we've got British Airways in the BOAC colours there. Steve, the liveries for the 747-8. Gatwick Tower, course sign only 124, 225 for Speedbird 2688. Thanks for the ATC, have a good one.
Britannia 45, contact Gatwick Tower now 124, 225, course sign only, bye bye.
Roger, contact Gatwick Tower 124, 225. Gatwick Tower, Britannia 45.
Ah, yeah.
Britannia 45, Gatwick Tower, hello. Hold off.
Roger, head off to Britannia 45.
Gatwick Tower, hello, Speedbird 2688.
2688, Gatwick Tower, hello.
86 Alpha Tango valve, caution valve 19 up runway 26 left.
Steve, what? So the 747s, Asobo, the way they configured deliveries, it meant that only one side could have a accurate, could have an accurate livery without any mirroring. So what happened is they actually found a way to stop that.
Lufthansa cargo 262 heavy, taking off, runway 26 left.
What?
Yeah, sorry to tell me if the big clear for takeoff, so stay to go.
Let's get a little cabin view here, shall we, of this bird? Woohoo! David, good afternoon. Gatwick is absolutely full of heavies today. God, the brakes are so sensitive. I'm going to have to try and change that at Alpha 2. BOAC looking great. Jonathan! Thank you very much. That is really kind of you. Really appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the stream.
Could you repeat this, please?
Oops. What is going on with these brakes today?
Hold up, front numbers 250.
T-rudder sensitivity. Come on. Ah. You know what? That will do. Apply and save. I want smooth braking. Not absolute. That's a fantastic livery for that Emirates. Look at that. That's incredible. Wait turbulence, yes. We're going to have to wait behind these a couple of minutes, I think. Not sure why I didn't read it out, Jonathan. Thanks for the message. Here comes another round of help to the channel. Excellent quality content should always be promoted. Really appreciate that. There we go, that's a bit better on the brakes. Max, check out a video that I put on the channel a few weeks ago. There was a, about a week ago now, Model Matching Magic it's called. Dan, hello to you, no problem at all. I hope you enjoy the stream regardless. It is, yeah, in Human Reactions it is busy indeed. BOAC's just departed there.
Guys, how's speedbird 124?
What else have we got here?
Hold mic 1, speedbird 124.
Speedbird 124. Ah, there he is, the Dove. Wow. Look at that, beautiful. Special Olympic livery, of course. Flew on her quite a few times actually, on an technically an A319, but so we're holding at Alpha 2. And then we've got wake turbulence, providing a slight delay. Blocked.
So 2688, Alpha 1, line up running 26 left.
Or Alpha 1, line up 26 left, speedbird 2688. Flash my lights at them. I'm sure one of those is flight wrong.
2041 Roger.
Maybe a simulation, awesome. Oh, flight route, brilliant. I'm not sure what's happened there then. Brandon, yes, whatever's at the top is what the what V-Pilot searches for first.
Gatwick Tower, Lieutenant 6 Papa Mike, on taxiway Alpha November with you.
Roger.
God, you know what? I'm gonna have to.
Seabird 124 is fully ready, Mike 1.
Next time I do this,
Roger.
I'm going to have to get the older, less badly optimized version of Gatwick.
Departing 3A A32NX, Alpha 1 line up running 26 left behind.
They're all good. Sounds like we're about to get a clearance, so let's get that sorted. And ECAM memos, no blue.
Battalion 45 behind departing PA A32NX.
TCAS is working like a treat, look at that. He's on the departure there, there's another one there. That's fantastic.
Number 350 Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Unicom 122.8 for Mr. Fisher, thank you, have a good day.
So 2688, 26 left, 250 degrees, 5 knots, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, speedbird 2688. Nose forward, bit of power up to about 40. Flex. Love these new detents, it clicks in so nicely. .80. Start to bring pressure off the nose. Now my stick's neutral. B1. Rotate.
Third 124 via Mike 1 line up running 36 left, caution, there will be one intersection departure.
Was it right? Go up.
1 through the intersection ahead, Seabird 124.
Lieutenant 6 Papa Mike, hold out forward.
Holding Alpha 1, Lieutenant 6 Papa Mike.
Autopilot on. Lever climb.
Third 2688 Unicom 122 left, bye-bye.
122.8 for speedbird 2688. Thanks for the ATC, take care. And away we go. So takeoff performance, it's a bit of a tricky one actually, because there isn't actually anything that tells us what to use for that, sadly. Sussex is looking great down below. The sim is not enjoying the frames though from Gatwick, so I would recommend getting the not so heavy MKVY, so they're not the full version. The flaps to 0 there, so the slats are going in as well. Flywire, yeah, the 787 is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Make sure you hit like, guys, while you're here as well. 100 people watching so far, 30 likes. If you're enjoying it, do let me know that you're enjoying the stream today. Flaps are 0 now, so ground spoilers disarm. And holding 220, which is the max speed for this instrument departure, until we get to KKS17. Takeoff performance wise, whatever can be done automatically through calculations, I'll let the Airbus do it. But if not, I just try and pick some reasonable figures basically. Because wabpro.cz has gone down, sadly. Let's see if we can get a good little view of Gatwick off in the distance there. There we go. That's looking great. Let's get the weather radar on. Now it's reliable, it shows us precipitation, which is good. And we can get 6,000 ready as well. We can put that onto managed. It should. It's letting us climb anyway. Oh well. Let's crack on up. Flight level 330 today. There we are. And let's go to manage speed, so it allows us to accelerate a little bit. Bujiala, welcome to the channel, thanks for subscribing. Right then, tunes. The Genoa freeware that we've got looks really good. Looking forward to that. Tomorrow, folks, for those of you tuning in, maybe for the first ever time, we're doing another giveaway. We do loads on the channel. Probably the most generous channel there is for flight sim content at the moment. So we're doing yet another giveaway. And I've actually spent a few weeks working with Contrail to try and get them to add the ability to have a gift card system. So they've put the work in. We've now got gift cards available on Contrail, which is great for all of us that might want to get gift cards for birthdays, Christmas, whatever else. But it also means that content creators like myself can add in another option of the Contrail gift cards into our giveaways. So tomorrow we're going to be giving away a gift card for the Contrail web shop, and within their store are some absolutely fantastic add-ons. We've got Aerosoft CRJ, they've got loads of great scenery by Latin VFR as well. We're one of my favourite developers at the moment, so really top little shop there. And they've got a fantastic application as well, a fantastic program that manages all the downloads and updates for you. Labo and John, new subscribers, welcome to you guys. William, hello, how are you doing? We should be, there we go, 10,000. We should be accelerating beyond that now in a second. There's the south coast of England. Shoreham Airport's down there somewhere. There's Brighton off in the distance too. In fact, there's Shoreham, just down on the bottom. Let's see. Then we've got West Wittering Beach and things down here. Aviation simulation. That is a very short flight. What's your cruise? Like 13,000, 14,000 feet for that? Hopefully we last long enough to get to Milan radar in time to pick up Milano Centre. There's a controller, centre controller on there. That'll be quite good. And they would be controlling us into Genoa, so that would work out perfectly for us. Gabain's prepping for a long haul Frankfurt to JFK in the Lufthansa 747. Nice, that's awesome. Your reactions, yeah, you're in the, I think you said you're in the 757, aren't you? Darth Walker, thanks for subscribing. Can't see you yet in human reactions. The 757 is very good at hot and high, so I'm sure he's going to catch up really fast. Yeah, TCAS now in the flight sim in MSFS. I don't think we've got anything that's going to trigger it though. David, I've not actually used it that much since, to be fair. So, Brandon, my VMR list, I can't really, let's see if I can show it to you actually, hold on. I'm just going to have to change the output. There you go. Model matching magic at the top, my version 3 Premium Deluxe, then the IVAO linked airlines.vmr file by Mr. Mercury. It's on flightsim.to now as well, the most up-to-date version of that. And then another one, MSFS 2020 model matching, but that's not that great, so that's only there for extreme backup more than anything else. Wow, 3,000 foot per minute. We should be on standard pressure now as well. Fly ride, don't have to. So I did for a little while, and then I punched above. It's entirely up to you, really. I'd imagine in human reactions you're going to end up overtaking us, am I right? I love how you're Britannia Airlines as well. What a great livery that is. Yeah, I mean, if there's traffic, as William's saying, sticking to the constraints on Unicom is generally helpful to everybody. But now we've got a bit of TCAS, we can manage that as well. Fly level 330 today for cruise and human reactions. But also, if you're going onto Unicom for maybe 1 minute or so, and then you're moving onwards to another airspace very quickly, I would probably stick to the constraints so that when we call the next controller up, it's we haven't gone too wild off piste with what we're supposed to do. Some great questions. Yeah, I think you definitely will overtake. The 757 flies a lot quicker as well. And I just saw your message in human reactions in Discord saying Seaford's not available. I didn't think it was. I couldn't. It's been so long since I've flown out of Gatwick in the sim. I just could not remember for the life of me. Ding. Oh, nice. If anyone wants somewhere beautiful to go and fly around on VATSIM, Maldives, Marley radar and things are all online, so you can enjoy air traffic control in the Maldives again, which is really nice. Mach decimal 78, most likely, yeah. I can have a look. Perf. Cruise. Whoops. Managed 290, so probably is around about Mach decimal 78. Tends to be the norm in the Airbus, doesn't it? Flywire, yeah. Sim brief suggested 230, but that's because the very first little bit of our route, that one, it's the thing that I really don't like about sim brief. That very first little bit, LIMJ 612, is a lower airspace airway, so it's giving you a lower altitude for the entire flight based on that 5-minute leg at the start of your journey, so not great. You can counter that though, so when you're planning your flight on SimBrief, there's a little box that says cruise out, and it says auto. Just type in there, for example I did for flight level 330, I just typed FL330. Tomorrow's giveaway is going to be fairly easy, I think. It's just going to be one question that everyone has to answer. You've got to be a subscriber on the channel and answer the question correctly to be in with a chance to win a Contrail gift card. Possibly the first ever person to use it as well, which would be quite cool. And for those of you who are part of Fly UK Virtual Airlines, later tonight on the MSFS multiplayer West Europe server, they are doing a D-Day event, so they're all flying. Wesley, that was too spammy for the bot, so it's it's just decided not to read it out. Let's crack that onto manage mode there, because we need to manage that speed a bit better. Dan, it depends on the weather, but yeah, I'm hoping for the circle to land procedure. That'd be quite cool. A kilo, I did not know that. Super Chat's great as well, but YouTube take a hefty 30% of the tips from Super Chat. Streamlabs is a lot better. Plus it gets your name at the top of the ticker as well. Was it LIMF? LIMJ. So winds 140 at 11 knots. Yeah, Doctor on board. I'd already committed to Genoa before I saw that Rome event, sadly. Otherwise I'd have gone to Fiumicino. Always the way. I think it could well actually be. It could actually well be the circle to land that we could end up doing. If you are... Yeah, there's nothing on the charts either for that, interestingly enough. So the only approach for runway 10 that's published is an RMP Alpha for runway 10, with a slight visual element. So it's a VPT, it's not a circle to land as such. I'll show you guys on the charts. So it's pretty much that. So we fly in via Eclos, Mike Juliet 812, 813, 814, and then from 814 we then fly a visual approach in to land at Genoa. So there's that as the option really. Or we can request to configure for the circle to land, which would be, we'd configure for the ILS runway 28 perhaps, but then we would get a circle to land which is there, not north of the airport, so we'd have to come out over the water, fly that visual circuit. If we want to make it difficult, Classical Sheet Music, bonjour, and Nijam Urin, welcome to you. Thanks for subscribing. Won't be Flappy Boy. Indeed, yeah, you're both doing the same route, just at slightly separate times. The ILS is an offset localizer as well. Interesting. Didn't realise that. Yeah, winds are definitely favouring runway 10 for approach. That'd be quite cool. I've not done it yet, and not only that, but I've not actually done anything in Genoa. So first time, and I'll be flying straight in live for a circle to land potentially. If we get it, I'll request it from ATC. If they go offline, however, I will configure for it myself. So that'd be quite cool. Throw ourselves into the deep end, and you guys can watch to see if I pull it off or end up in the mountains. Tom, the ETA should be at the top of your screen. We're already almost a quarter of the way there, so we've got about 54 minutes to landing already. What star do you think we'll have? I'm not actually sure. It's hard to tell. We've got Milano Centre on at the moment. I guess they're going to give us one, but I was gunning in for the TESTO arrival. Number 10 and Aerodynamics, thank you guys for subscribing. Welcome on board.
Hello, personal welcome to you all, and welcome back executive club members and One World frequent flyers. If there is absolutely anything we can do to make our journey more comfortable this evening, please let one of us know. Recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. There must be security fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is switched on. If you are seated in our first or club world cabins this evening, please do take care that your personal electronic devices do not get lost beneath the seat. If it does, please ask a member of my team, but do not move the seat. Thank you.
New reactions, yeah, we're doing runway 10, but I'm hoping I can configure for runway 28 for the circle to land runway 10. That's what I'm hoping I can call and get. If not, it's probably going to be the Testo 1 Papa arrival potentially. What other options have we got? 1 Charlie. An SAS VOR unserviceable. Prefer to charts 10 2P and 10 to Quebec. What's that's 10 2Q. Alright, Testo 1 Golf. Via the Genoa VOR. Then to Varap and then round. That's one option. You know what, then the charts aren't particularly great either for Genoa. SES. Testo 1 Foxtrot will probably be the best one for what we want. I think we're probably going to get the Testo 1 Papa arrival. Alberto, hello. Yeah, I think we'll probably end up getting told we're doing the Testo 1 Papa RNAV arrival for runway 10 RNAV 10, but I will request Testo 1 Foxtrot with the circle to land runway 10. Testo 1 Foxtrot brings us into the towards runway 28, and then we'd break off and fly a bit of a circle to land. Philip, hello to you, welcome. Ah, nice. Hopefully you're not too far behind. I think for this Rome event anyway, we might have Milano Centre on for that too, so that's going to play into our benefit there, I think. And hey, don't ask, we won't get, so we can ask and just see what happens. What we can do is grab the METAR. So we can do weather request, METAR LIMJ, wait for that to come through. There we are. So 140.11, all the 9s, so that's good visibility. Matt, you've renewed your membership, thank you very much. Scattered cloud, 1,400 feet, scattered at 6,500 and 20 degrees Celsius temperature, and the dew point's 20 degrees as well, QNH 1021. Let's scrunch that up and get rid of that. Sheesh, that's there's too much data that goes into the close elements of this, so let's get rid of that. There's some precipitation there on the nav display, some rain and things. Oh, Steve Mitchell, game mode on or off? That's a good question. You know what, I'm really not sure. I've got game mode on so I can take some great screenshots, but I have noticed that I probably lose maybe 5 frames per second ish. So I do try not to use it that much. Hopefully you guys are all looking forward to tomorrow's giveaway. It's only a small one, just to say thanks for 7,500 subscribers. And we're going to keep climbing all the way up to 10,000 subscribers. We'll be doing a group flight when we hit that, and also I'll be doing another load of giveaways like we did at 5,000, I think it was. We gave away quite a few different things there, so And I'm hoping by that point the Quality Wing 787 is going to be out, because I want to have that as one of the prizes that's available. Uncle Chuckles, hello. What are you? What commands are you looking for? If you want ETA, when we're roughly going to be landing, it should be displayed at the top of your screen in Zulu. Oh dear. Oh wow. Crash to desktop. So you're just gonna have to listen to some lift music. That's not happened for a long time. I heard something beep. What was it? Interestingly, vPilot picked it up before the sim did. So that little beep was oh well, we'll be set up again soon. And I will file for, let's see, where can we file from? I'm not going to go back to Gatwick, that's for sure. We were just passing Paris Charles de Gaulle. Where can we go from? David, interesting. You had that on the ramp as well. I wonder if it's something to do with the Gatwick add-on. LFPO could be a good one. Yes. So let me fire into SimBrief. Wow, so much for a simple 1 hour 30-minute flight, eh? We're going to stay with BA, because why wouldn't we? BAW 2688 LFPO to LIMJ. Fantastic. We'll do flight level 310. And I'm going to have to set up real fast. Never does that. I would be highly... it's either got close to something that it's loaded, and then it's decided it doesn't like. Ah, I've got a different route now as well. Where's my plan route? So MILPA, Geneva. Alright, rock and roll. Still haven't planned the flight yet. Go, go, go! Could have done LFOQ, whatever that is. That could have been a good shout. Gate Foxtrot 30. Live weather. Fly! I don't want Monot. We'll do direct to MILPA, wherever that is. Yes, and then back on track. So generate online flight plan. Bear with me, folks. Can someone find out what the active runway would be at Paris Orly? I'd be very grateful. Pre-file flight. So we just love it when the sim plays up. Equipment must be entered in alphanumeric. Oh yes, thank you. Let's get rid of LB1. File. That's not frustrating at all. Do you have Project Coastlines Italy? No, I don't. And I also disabled my Switzerland DEM thing as well. Oh, need to restart vPilot. We'll have to do the old. Last time we had this, we had a bit of a stopwatch moment, didn't we? Where we had to connect in as quickly as we could. I suspect it's where Gatwick has stopped being rendered in by the sim, and it's just decided to kill the sim. Usually when I stream over Europe and I don't use Gatwick, I don't have it enabled inside add-on linker, so certainly interesting that that's just happened. Jonathan, yes, crash the desktop. One of those rare moments. Battery. Let's go. Captain Purser. IRS. It's interesting. There we go. So that's odd because the batteries should come on and give us some power. Sarah, hello, welcome, and everybody else as well that missed. Stonners, hello mate, how you doing? Enjoying Dorset, I hope. Tuned in just as we're having some technical issues with the sim, which is really annoying. That's correct, that shouldn't let us do that. APU's available. ATSU, AOC, weather request, no we want init press. Init data, we've got RS alarm in 1 minute. LIMJ, berth weight balance, payload, init request. Sim's locked up again. Currently, nothing's working. Let's have a look at the task manager. Something's definitely not working as it should be here. Currently the sim is using 70% of the memory. Don't touch anything if it freezes. How long do we wait? That's the question. You know what? Being cynical, I am certain it is down to that Gatwick Airport mod. Can't be anything else. I've got nothing. Ring camera's getting annoying as well. Let's see. 24 is the active. Cheers, aviation simulation. We might be going somewhere closer again yet. Hey, there we go. Wow, I thought that was it there. Alright, remind me after this to get rid of that scenery. That Gatwick scenery. And you know what? Stuff like that really puts me off using it again, because even here, which is kind of the radius away from where it all crashed really. 24 is the active. Let's see, where are we? New flight from SimBrief. I need LFPO's charts. Oh dear. 2-4. Ah, right. I'm going to go from 2-5 because I spawned over this side of the airport. Sean and Agent Kerbal as well. That's good to know. It's a shame really because it's badly optimised and not great on frames. But then when this happens as well, it kind of ruins your sim experience a little bit, doesn't it? We'll do 68. I'm probably going to use Toga just to blast her up. 129, 130. That's the perf page. We've got init A, init B, flight plan. I might be a bit cheeky here, just go direct up to Monot. What's that? 25. I don't know, Monarch 9 X-ray, that'll do. What we got here, that's all looking good. Yeah. And I'm not even going to... Oh, we can't. Let's push back. External power off. Start engine 2. Let's go. We want to go that way. Ah, Milano's gone offline. Why couldn't I respawn in the air? Because I think we start at 5,000 feet if we do that. Do we not? What's going on here? With a tug. Let's send pushback. It's all going wrong in Paris. Okay, we've got engine 2 started, so let's manually whack that up and let's get moving. Auto brake low, we've got 1+F set. Peter, yes, we are at Paris now, trying not to get a crash to desktop again. Paris Orly traffic, Speedbird 2688, taxi and Whiskey 1 to runway 24. Correction 25. Engine 1 available as well, good stuff. Ignition mode norm, let's lock that. Let's turn all the lights on. So I'm just gonna get her up. The runway's going that direction. We're going west as well. I think we are, aren't we? That's looking fine. Might go from Whiskey 33. Sorry traffic, Speedbird 2688, lining up via Whiskey 33, runway 25, straight out departure. We'll use Toga. Flanter's messed my route up, brilliant. Of course it has. There we go. Peter, I think it's the Gatwick freeware scenery. Sadly, which is not great. Meta LFPO, QNH1025. That should give us enough runway. Let's see, flaps 1 plus F. He's on Parachute. That's clear. We're gobbling up quite a bit of runway here, so start to apply a bit of power here like they do on rush takeoffs, immediate takeoffs. Toga, let's use max thrust. We'll be up in no time with this. 100 knots already. Whee, hello. It's almost like I'm rushing to get back up again. V1, rotate. Positive rate, go up. That's a brisk breeze, throwing us about somewhat. Hopefully that is the quickest you guys have ever seen a setup and departure. There we are. We should probably pull our flight plan. A V-pilot as well. Target climb. And away. Let's see. Let's go direct. Monot. As he says, he's broke his entire flight plan there. Brilliant. There we go. A little bit of thought required there from the aeroplane. PTA, it's about 4 gigabytes now, which is really annoying. Oh well, we're back up, and let me change. Now we're going from LFPO, so let me change the flight tracker there. Unless we go EGKK again, I wonder if it shows progress there. Yeah, that'll do. It's like it never happened. He says. Standard. Ground spoilers disarm. That's the fastest turnaround I think I've done in a long time. Want the weather radar on as well. Lewis, you don't want to use the stable version if you can avoid it. You want the development version. Right, we're back. Let's have a quick look at Volanta. Hopefully we're not too far behind everybody else. Ah, we're just in front of Philip. Can't see the others though. Where's everybody else? Adrian, thank you very much for subscribing. There we are. You guys have seen basically how to set up the aeroplane as quickly as possible. That's all good. Sean, what's the protocol when you spawn onto a gate and someone else is already on it using VATSIM? If you spawn onto somebody that's already there, you should move to somewhere else because they were there first. What's probably a good tip is you can use, for the UK at least, you can go onto vatsim.uk/airports/EGKK and it will show you all the stands that are in use with like a little red ring, and the ones that are free in green. There we go. BAW2688. We're almost halfway to cruise already, which is good. To be fair, we're pretty much at our cruise speed, so we're back in it. Microsoft Flight Simulator is using 15 gig of RAM. It is, yeah. Using 15 gigabytes of RAM at the moment. Madness. There you go, in the live chat, folks. And what you can do is you can change, just change the EGCC to EGKK for Gatwick, for example, EGBB for Birmingham, and so on. It only really works for the UK. You'd have to check the other VATSIM groups for other countries. Let's turn that up because that's pretty dim at the moment. There we go. Still setting bits up. Good stuff. Aviation simulation. What happened with your mod, or with your aircraft, I should say? In human reactions as well, just so in case you guys try and catch up here. Let's see. So what I'm probably going to do. Grief, you're at MILPA already. Is that how long it took? Christ. Quite a bit ahead then. Tony, yes, there's loads. I'm not sure why anybody's using the experimental version anymore. For about a month and a half it's been locked with 0 progress. So you only really want to use the development branch. What do we reckon, folks? RMP A, runway 10, RMP Alpha. Or do we do the circle to land into Genoa, that manual visual circle to land? For which there's 0 charts, actually, interestingly enough. Aviation simulation, that's probably a livery conflict. Like when I had the problem with the Wizz Air livery. In human reactions, do we reckon do the circle to land for runway 10, which is then configuring for ILS 28, or do the RMP? Okay, so got one vote for the RMP Alpha. Phillips voting for the RMP Alpha as well, via a clause. So let's have a little look at the charts. That's the RMP Alpha. So we'd overfly the airport first, via that Sestri VOR. We'd fly over and head out south roughly towards Exito, but not quite there because that's for holding only for a go around. So kind of at this DME 10, we're then going to turn round towards Eclos and then join this RMP Alpha. So Eclos at 5,000 is the initial approach fix, then down to 3,700. 2,500 by Mike Juliet 813, and then Mike Juliet 814 is map T. I'm assuming that is 1,250 then. And then we'll do that visual approach on prescribed track. So autopilot will go off, and then we'll manually fly in for this last little bit here. There's a clue there for max 185, and a couple of obstacles at 300 feet and 171 foot on very short finals as well, actually, interestingly. And a descent angle of 3.3 degrees. There's our missed approach data. Maximum right turn 185 knots, climb to 3,000 feet, direct to Exito. And you can see that there in the dashed line. Flightsym Simon, hello, welcome. The Artful Plonker wants the visual circle to land. Does Nightbot do quick polls? Because if it does, we will run a we can run an actual poll perhaps. Let's see. Ah, sadly no. At least we're back on the way. It's like, for people tuning in now, they wouldn't have even known what's happened. Love it. It's a shame because the Gatwick freeware scenery is really very nice. Jonathan's loving the clouds. Yeah, it's quite nice. The precipitation radar being accurate is great to see now, finally. And TCAS as well is really good, or basic TCAS, because it doesn't actually give us any alert, like collision avoidance, climb and stuff like that. We need some. We need Genoa. Why did I pick an airport that I can't pronounce properly? So there should be 2 commands that you guys can now use. Check the live chat. You can actually now vote, if it works, at least it should do. Vote CTL to vote for the circle to land procedure. Let's see. So we've got vote CTL and vote RMP. So if you want the circle to land, vote the CTL option. If you want the RMP, start the go for vote RMP. There you go. So if you put your votes in now, you can see Streamlabs is finally woken up after a couple of months sitting in the background. You should be able to see the options. Make sure you use the prefix exclamation vote and then add either CTL or RMP to your choice. Oh, look at that precipitation down there. That's great. The vote's only going to be open for a very short while, so I can plan what we're going to be doing when we get towards our destination, so we can plan the arrival procedures and things and add all that in. Company message. Who's that? Is that going to be FlightRa? AOC. Hope no more crashes. Let's hope not. I can't think why. It makes little to no sense why it waited so long. But then a lot of the time, any crash to desktops in Microsoft Flight Simulator make little sense anyway at the best of times, let's face it. LIMJ. So pretty much almost a tie. him in very quickly. Wow. Aviation simulation, no problem at all. I would imagine that is because it's got that my model lib default thing set. Mr. Pro MX, welcome on board. Thanks for subscribing. The circle to land is the one that's in the lead at the moment. We'll have it open. We'll have the poll open for the next couple of minutes for you guys to have the chance just to get your choice put in. But obviously, we're getting a bit close. We've got 240 miles total left to go. So, would the Testo 1 Charlie for the RMP10 work? I can't remember what we said earlier would be the ideal one. Let me have a quick look at the charts. You probably want the Testo 1 Papa. That's probably the easiest. You go Testo and then you overfly the airport. That's Sestri VOR. Before heading out to MJ403, round to Eclos and then in for the approach. That's probably the best one, Flight RA. Testo 1 Papa. You could do the Testo 1 Charlie, but it looks like that's going to be... that's with vectors. And we don't have any ATC, so you'd have to self-vector yourself all the way around to your initial approach fix if you chose that one. Dickens, of course, yes. Someone had to choose something else. What options do we have? We'll probably have the Testo 1 Foxtrot. Let's put that in for now. What's the difference between Yankee and Zulu on the charts? Let's have a little look here. So Genoa to Varap, and that's coming in from the south. Aviation simulation. Sounds like you need to make your mind up. Make a choice. Actually, I'm going to do the Testo 1 Papa. What did I click? Arrival. So I want the ILS Yankee Testo 1 Papa. Of course it wouldn't let me have it. Testo 1 Charlie then. And where are we going in via? Delta Gickert GSE or TG. Interestingly enough, none of those are an option for us. Where's Tiglo? Ah. Technically that should be Varap, I think, but... oh well, we'll just set up for that. Wesley, thank you very much. Nothing turns a girl more than a 3-point turn. Interestingly, Streamlabs has stopped reading out a lot of these messages, and it's not just myself, it's a lot of streamers seem to be having a problem with it lately, and I'm not really sure why. I was chatting with a streamer the other day that's having the same issues with Streamlabs. Aviation simulation, you should try a livery that works. Make sure you don't have the same livery that's used with the A32NX and the default A320. Right, well, we'll close the poll there. 10 minutes basically. That was. And the circle to land's obviously won by just a couple of votes. So we've configured, as you guys saw there, for the ILS approach runway 28, and then we're going to break off from that and we're going to fly a circuit pattern, manually flown circuit pattern, all the way around to land. Dickens, yeah, we've got the harbour actually, we've got the Genoa harbour built in. A couple of different bits of freeware scenery for today, so it's going to look really good when we arrive. Of course, Roma control is on. We don't want Roma control though, sadly. We've got Euro south, according to this, but that's only to flight level 245, which does us not very many favours. Well, aviation simulation, I suggest you just try a different livery. That's the only thing that's probably going to stop your crash to desktop today. If it's been a couple of times and it's been the same livery used, then I would put money on that being the problem. Right, so offset localizer, and we want 1093. Interestingly, that's not in. 1093. We want the Genoa 112.8. We'll stick that in VOR 2 because we want the Sestri VOR 108.6 for that. Which is the VOR just at the end of the runway for runway 10. We could tune 318, which is the Genoa NDB. And that's everything we could possibly tune, I think. Yeah, I think today, aviation simulation, you should let your hair down and just go for it. Pick something else. Pick the British Avgeek livery and come in as Osprey. LIMJ, what have we got here? So we can go QNH 1021. Say balmy 21 degrees. That's a fair bit of crosswind for us as well. And the charts say the transition 7000. According to the charts as well, the decision height for the ILS is 788 feet, 788 feet, we'll call it 800. But the circle to land MDA is 1,400, so 1,360. We'll call that 1,400 with an RVR of 3,600. And that'll do. I don't think we can prep for much else, to be honest. Let's have a quick look at the charts. Because what were we doing? Testo 1 Charlie, weren't we? So via Testo, 6,000 over the airfield, and then descending down to 5,000. It should have Gikut on here as well, but interestingly, no. Testo, Tiglo. So I know that's not correct. So there appears to be a bit of a nav data vacuum here, There's a couple of missing things. The annoying thing is we can't actually add anything in here, because if we do, we will break the we'll break this entirely. We don't want to do that. How come we're losing so much track? How can we be 5 nautical miles off track? Is our TCAS? Another plane 10 miles ahead. Is that Philip? I feel like it could be Phil McCarthy. Oh, I think it is, in the CRJ. Actually, we've got QFA 210. They're ahead as well. It's bizarre we lost track so much there. Yeah, flight radar, interesting. The only thing I've done differently today is updated my Navigraph AirAC stuff. Oops. Let's put that onto 5666 just because hopefully they'll pick that up. Dickens, brilliant. So I'm glad it's not just me then. Flight plan, arrival. Kick it. So interestingly, the Zulu has it in there. I love a bit of bug fixing, bug squashing. That'll do us, I think, via GKK. And then that should generate us TESTO, whatever that is, SES, DISL. Oh, perfect. There we go. That's what we want. 1099's there as well. Keep an eye on this because I feel like I can't trust the aeroplane at the moment. So to show you guys what I've configured for, we're coming in from the very top right of the screen, that top corner of the charts. We're overflying the airfield and then we're going to bust out over the airport at a track of 133 degrees. Out to 17 miles, descending down to about 4,000 or so as we turn in for the ILS runway 28. When we get to the ILS 28, let's see if I've got a better chart here. Just before we get to that final approach fix for that, we're going to break off and we're going to fly a downwind leg roughly up to where MJ814 is before turning around, sweeping in across the bay to land on runway 10 manually. So it's going to be quite a good one. Final approach course of 059 degrees. All fun. So we want TESTO 1 Charlie. That's 6,000. 120 to go for that. So we're not far off top of descent. Watch the decel point, yes. By that point, I think I'll probably be in manual heading select. Jitra, thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Welcome on board. Thanks for subscribing. Chetan, how long is the flight? Look at the top of your screen. You should have a ETA, and it will tell you roughly when we're expected to land. Tomorrow, folks, for those just tuning in, we are having another giveaway on the channel. So make sure you join us for that. We're going to be giving away a Contrail gift card for the Contrail web shop, which is really good. Just a little something. 10, howdy. Last night was lit up, pretty much all of North America covered with ATC. That's fantastic, that's pretty cool. Sadly, whenever I fly in the US on VATSIM, it tends to be really early in the morning in America. So we don't really get many air traffic controllers online, sadly. Roma North Centre's not going to be covering us, are they? 13555. The Eurocontrol. Jonathan, yes. We're sorry for the noise problems outside your house. There's some of the Alps poking through the mountains there. The size of that cumulonimbus cloud there, towering up. A couple of little peaks poking over the top of the cloud. Flight right, you can in the CLJ. Wowzers, that is bumpy.
LURAG.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going through an area of turbulence. We ask passengers to please remain
5563, good afternoon.
with your seatbelt
Your control start identified.
Eurocontrol, good afternoon, Speedbird 2688. Inbound Moblo, flight level 310.
But 2688, good afternoon, identified.
This is where the sim freaks out because I'm turning the fly pad on.
Control, Lufthansa 697 with you 599 overhead uploop.
We want, we'll do 5,000 just for an idea, 82, but we want 1,800 foot per minute, it gives us 105. So, a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll be requesting our descent. It is bumpy over the Alps. We'll turn that off, we don't need that. Make a note of it instead. I might see if we can actually add those fixed lines. I don't think we can yet. Bit of wing flex. I'll do. Speedbird 2688, request descent. Ah. What the? Interesting.
Thank you.
Speedbird 2688, request descent. So not
2688, descent flight level 250.
descent flight level 250, Speedbird 2688. That's annoying. That's another thing that's really frustrating with this, is when the aeroplane decides.
5563, descent flight level 260.
Descend flight level 260, Osprey 5563.
Jonathan, nice. What were you flying in? Can you show again how you get top of descent? So this is only in the A32NX. You have to wait for my frames to recover now when I turn this on.
All station, my turn is orbit and global. You come out to system 8 for light.
So you go performance, sync your current altitude, put in what you want to achieve. So we'll say 5,000, and then it gives you a 3-degree standard rate of descent, 77, or if you just want to select a nice 1,800 foot per minute, it will tell you there 96. You can also go, you know what, sync. So you can sync that and it will give you a rolling calculation depending on what's happening to the aeroplane. And you can see there, it's because of the turbulence, it's somewhat lost. The rate a little bit. You can see how that's fluctuating there. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Good grief, that's bumpy. Can't even turn the tablet off now. Come on. Ah, you know what? Wrong button. Nice, Piper Arrow 3. Great aeroplane. Well, he's gone. 122.8. The turbulence makes the zoom stuff really difficult. Let's do 12,000 for now. Flight RAS over LIMJ already. Wow, good grief, that is quick. Aerodynamics, there will be soon. Visual effects are now a thing. Giveaway is going to be good tomorrow. We're looking forward to that. I'll be departing in 7 minutes. Going to slew it to the runway. Realised you're on VATSIM. Yeah, I mean we're going to be there pretty quick. Aviation simulation. So I'd probably depart now, depending on where you're going from. Aerodynamics. So if you saw the start of the stream, you would have seen me show you guys the APU exhaust effects that are now on the fly-by-wire mod. flight radar. The final turn to final altitude on your arrival. What do you mean? So you should be able to get what you call it? We should be able to get landing smoke and things like that soon. It is quite turbulent, wasn't it there? You can see that little bit of a mess there for our arrival. The final visual with 2.8 is around about 1,200 feet, I think it was. 1,400 feet. My one's going to be interesting. The circle to land does not have any charts published, so it is all down to me to decide and make that judgment looking out the window, I guess. So the last update from Microsoft Flight Simulator gave us Visual Effects Studio within the SDK, so all the developers, including those at Flybywire, have started to add visual effects in, like APU exhaust smoke, which is now in the mod. I showed everybody at the start of today's stream, and also all of the other developers will start to clamber and get stuff sorted as well, but it also means we can have tar smoke and all sorts of stuff based upon certain conditions. Somebody's getting told off in an Austrian flight. Is there any time for it, or is it unknown? Not sure. Just depends. Everybody's a volunteer, so it just depends on when somebody can create it, I guess. And whenever we get round to it on tests. The new installer for all 4 GitHub projects in one spot. If that's the one on flightsim.to, it's good, but they have blatantly ripped the fly-by-wire installer, which is a shame. Yeah, they could have used the opportunity to come up with something brilliant and unique, but they didn't. They just took somebody else's work. Aviation simulation. It sounds like you like it far too realistic. That's a wee bit messy. We should start to get this tracked as well. And we should be in descent phase as well. Let's have a little look here. Yep, so we're in descent mode. Testo coming up. And we want the single arrow for SES VOR. Tom, interesting fact. The wipers in Microsoft Flight Simulator don't do anything because Asobo have developed all the glass in such a way that oh, there's a rainbow down there. In such a way that you actually only get so the rain goes through, it actually hits the inside pane of glass, which is a bit weird. Jimmy Young, of course, yeah, it's open source, free to take and use as people want, but you know, it would have been nice if he had actually asked the Fly-by-Wire team, oh hey, I'm coming up with this idea, what do you guys think? And give a bit of credit and stuff. You know, credit's the vital thing with open source projects, GPL licenses and things like that. Lucas, what do you think of the Flight Factor A350NX plane? I don't use X-Plane. I'm purely all about Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's pretty cool. It suggests rain as well down there, perhaps. We've got the weather radar on. We do. Descended way too early. In haste. We'll level off at 13. Bit of cloud surfing.
Genoa traffic, Osprey, 5563. It is at TESTO, flight level 313. For the TESTO 1 Papa, arrival runway 1.
I love MSFS, yeah, I think it's fantastic. A lot of people don't like it for whatever reason that might be. I'm in no rush to change, that's for sure. I do quite like it. And the visuals are fantastic. They are brilliant. Jason, hello to you. There's the water. There's the coast.
Genoa traffic, Britannia 45, 1 ground in the hold.
Tom, yeah, in the main, I'd agree with you there. I guess there's a lot of work to be done still. The Aerosoft CLJ, though, I absolutely love flying that. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And their 900 and 1000 pack should be releasing fairly soon as well, I suspect. Where's my charts? Testo flight level 90 apparently. Right. Down we go. $20 miles to the airport. Got some terrain to watch there as well. And the local QNH 1021. Got that ready?
Genoa traffic, Britannia 45X, you hold and direct, Mike Juliet A12, continue with the RNAV A, runway 10.
Genoa traffic, speedbird 2688, Airbus A320neo, passing Testo, inbound for the Testo 1 Charlie arrival. Circle to land, runway 10 visual. I swear I've got to watch everything like a hawk now. Performance page. We don't want to activate it yet, but I just want to check everything. Indeed, yes, as Dickens is saying there, we need to be patient with Microsoft Flight Simulator a little bit. For what we've got, there's the airport. What we've got, you know, with oh brilliant, look, it broke itself. Fantastic. Might as well activate approach phase now and just lose everything. Brilliant. There's TCAS.
Genoa traffic, Britannia 45, inbound Mike Juliet 812 for the RNAV 10.
start off at 28 landing.
Gridman, hello. No problem at all. There's the freeware Genoa. Not rendered in properly just yet, but outside here we should see a couple of the guys on approach potentially if we spot the lights. We might be able to spot the lights. Perhaps not. I can see one on the ground there just on my cursor. Don't spill my drink. No promises, I'm afraid.
Traffic, Britannia 45 inbound, Mike Juliet 813.
Right then. Got one ahead of us somewhere. 7,000. Christy, hello. Yeah, they are the VORs. So the arrows. So we've got VOR, the double arrows, the Genoa one. And the single arrow is SES, which we're just about to pass, so that will flick down away from us as we overfly the airfield. Which is there. There's one of the guys. Someone just landed on the wrong runway. Someone just landed on 28. Colin, hello.
Genoa traffic, Seaward 124 vacated runway 28.
So there you are. So that's flicked now, so we get the rear of the tail, if you like, showing us that actually the VOR is the other way.
5 Golf, hotel where the holding point to Golf, runway 28, we'll wait for the 2 aircraft on the approach before lining up and backtracking on those 28.
So vector to Gickert. Look at that. Lovely. Can't come out of that too long because I need to focus on the approach. Let's see. 5,000, a Gicker approach, Shyless, Yankee, which is what we're on at the moment. Gicker at 4,000. Finals 3,000-ish. This is the add-on Genoa on flightsim.to. It looks really good. Through some cloud.
Current no traffic, Britannia 45, runway in sight, and you move out.
25. Let's vector ourselves a little bit here. Clouds coming in. We've not done too badly, bearing in mind we had a crash to desktop over France. The squad. The problem is X-Plane has been around for a very long time, so it's a little bit difficult to expect a lot from it when it's only been around for a year. It takes developers and things a little while to catch up. We've got, I think it's fair to say, we have, as a simulator, the best freeware scene ever within the community, which is really great. I think we're all set. Got a RTX, a GeForce RTX 2070 Super aerodynamics. So auto brake low. Everything else is ready to go. Our speed's washing off as well, which is good. Almost at the green dots. Hot star. Doctor on board, what's arcade mode? If it's outside of the cockpit, then definitely not. Especially for a circle to land. 10 miles.
Roger, Roger. Continue 45, vacating runway 10 via Echo.
Christy, what do you mean?
Oscar 5563, I'm showing final runway 10. Cheers.
Continue 45, taxi to 8 via Echo.
Genoa traffic, speedbird 2688, turning base for the Lock Zulu, runway 28, circle to land runway 10. I will report on downwind. Gobus is just Spotify, but it's Stream Beats. It's pretty much the only one that you're allowed to actually use in a stream, in a live stream, without having some sort of copyright issues. Laps 1. Yeah, squad, there you go. It's had 5 years of development. Christy, this is VATSIM, so if you want ATC, you can join the VATSIM network. My weather radar working? No. There's an interesting bit of terrain there. That's red for us. Tony. This is MSFS Live Weather Feed the Turtle, so this is the InSim's own generated weather using, I think, Meteo Blue for the weather data. It's very good, I've got to say. Flight route, awesome. So I'll be flying the ILS first. Oh yeah, we're going to hit that. Go towards that. Let's go to the left. Bit of active problem solving there.
General traffic, space 153, indicated runway 55.
Got a couple of people flying along today, Gridderman. About 3 or 4, I think, off the top of my head. It's a little self-vector to the left of this hill, so I don't hit it at 3,000 feet. The peak is 2,000, so we are okay, but I'd rather not get a ground proximity warning call out. There we are. Close enough for the passengers, because if we were in... What side is that? That side, let's see. There we are. Looks awesome though. Through the mist. ILS, let's turn for a bit more of a 30-degree intercept. So we want 1,300. Oh, hello. It doesn't like flaps 2. Very strange. Let's arm the lock. I've got a feeling the localizer isn't going to exist for us because it appears to have overshot. No idea what it's doing. I'm going to take over. The ILS doesn't work on the scenery. Brilliant. So now we're doing everything manual. I know it's an offset localizer, but that has been really badly created because the runway's over there. That's pretty terrible. So down to 1,000 something, 1,300 I think we've got set, yes. Get rid of lock mode, that does absolutely nothing for us. Useless. Useless machine. Right, F, that's good. The ILS is totally broken here, so if you're using this scenery, don't. What should we be at now? We're at 7 miles. We should be at 2,360, and I've managed to pretty much get us on that actually somehow. At 2,440 actually, so at 7.3 miles. Just let that nose come down a tad more. The autopilot's off completely here. Right, let's see. What's your opinion on the new Concorde? Good question. Not really sure, to be honest. It could be great. It's probably going to take ages to come, though, for the sim. Hopefully it's going to be fantastic, and I hope to have a chance to have a look at it as well. Let's get rid of the terrain map. We're visual with the ground. It just gets confusing. Let's get rid of the VOR. VOR's bugged as well, so let's just use ARC mode. There's the cranes. 100 above. Minimums. So we're going to level off because we're now going to do the circle to land. Minimum. There's an aeroplane just departed. Cube day, not geared down yet. We're doing the circle to land for runway 10. Obviously we wouldn't be flying this manually yet. Two miles, let's break off. Now gear down and full flaps. There's a TCAS for the outbound aeroplane. ECAM memos, no blue on there, which is good. Genoa traffic speedbird 2688 is downwind, circle to land visual, runway 10. We'll report on finals. There's everybody else that took off before me, after me, but landed ahead of me. Damn sim. Okay, right, it's down to us. There's no chance for this except for the ability to do a circle to land from the south. Okay, this should be good. Right, let's turn that up so I can roughly see. Set 3,000 as well. Right, go around. Fly IC. I think the sim crashed because of the Gatwick scenery, sadly. We're almost at the waypoint for the RNAV turn. So we're flying level still. I think the runway's kind of in line with this bit of water here from this, almost like a dock, I think. So I'm going to use that as a reference point for the turn. We'll do a 30 degrees. Turn, and we'll let the nose come down slightly as well, but we are fly-by-wire, so we have to put the nose down ever so slightly. I want 800 foot roughly, 700 if I can achieve that. Oh, that's plonked us down quite quick actually there. There's the runway. 2 red, 2 white. Shame the port there isn't modelled in, that'd be quite cool. We got 1 white, so I'm just easing off, letting us fly in at maybe 500 foot per minute instead. There we go, we got 2 white, so back down to that 3.3 degrees, which is around about there according to track FPA. We've got a crosswind, and we are good. Fly C, thank you very much. Colin, yes, it's a visual circle to land. It's all down to us to be the pros really and do it right. Whoa. There we go. Down. Touchdown. Spoilers have been retracted. Oops. There we are. Genoa traffic, Speedbird 2688, runway vacated and taxi to the gates.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fastened seatbelt sign.
There's those guys.
You may now use your mobile phones or handheld portable electronic devices.
Where do I park?
To leave your seat, be careful when opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved and could fall out and cause injury. Before leaving the aircraft, please make sure you have all of your personal belongings.
Go right down there in the far corner, I think.
Smoking is not allowed until you have reached a designated area.
Cobus, glad you enjoyed it. APU is available.
And we hope to welcome you on board again very soon. We wish you all a safe and pleasant onward journey and a very nice weekend. Thank you.
There's all the folks that flew along. We're just waiting on aviation simulation to land. Not sure how far he's going to be. So, those of you who might use this scenery, note that the ILS is very, 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 very broken, as we found. 403, that's there. So we'll have to go 405. Oh, look at that, the tablet's turned itself on. And won't turn off. 405. There we go. Oh, that was tight. There we are. There you go, Pasha. Hopefully that's that'll keep you happy. And let's get that onto standby. Not quite sure where the sim expected me to park. Cobus, using the charts basically, but looking at all of the other options available and trying to decipher what's the best option really. Oops. Sith, no problem at all. Sithera, have a good day. Here's the APU exhaust fumes that I was on about earlier. Hopefully you guys can see that at the back of the aeroplane. That's new in Microsoft Flight Simulator now. Which is pretty cool. We can go pushback toolbar, jetway, catering, baggage. There we are. So if I go to drone cam, I'll try and get you guys a good view of the APU exhaust. But there you go, hopefully that's a good one right there. David, thanks for renewing. Probably 1-0 for the active aviation simulation. How long are you going to be actually, out of question? We'll have a look at Volanta as well in a second. That's pretty cool, I love those visual effects. There's all of the folks that flew along. Let's check out Volanta. The route's a bit messed up because obviously we had that crash to desktop. We can complete the flight though, review it. There you go. There's our visual circle to land procedure. Bit of self-vectoring. You can see there how bad the ILS was. It should have been going from round about here straight in, but it didn't. So all of that was manually flown, and this is the final turn that we committed to. And our touchdown was minus 106 foot per minute, 0.94 G. So actually, not too bad for quite a gusty approach. I'm quite surprised by that, because it was playful. Where was aviation simulation flying in from? Is that him? AZA 1389er. Over 10 minutes. Don't think we could wait that long. Up to the guys on the ground, really. The next stream is tomorrow. We're going to be doing another giveaway on the channel live, so we are yet to think of a route. Jake, no problem at all. So we're yet to think of a route. We're going to be heading in the Aerosoft CRJ 700 from somewhere to somewhere. When I figured out where, once we've decided with the poll that we've got going on Discord at the moment, I will update the live stream link for tomorrow, so everybody can find out where we're going from, where we're going to, and a provisional route as well for us all to use, which would be quite cool. What we'll then also do is, in the cruise, so after takeoff, we'll start the giveaway, and we're going to be giving away a gift voucher for Contrail. So they've not long actually allowed gift vouchers and things on the web shop. I was speaking to them on their Discord server, it was quite good. So at 1 PM, bang on squad, 1 PM, UK, well, British summertime, so 1200 Zulu for tomorrow. All the terms and conditions for tomorrow's giveaway are on the video description, the stream description for tomorrow's live stream. And all you've got to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and then you've got to answer a question correctly, and then Nightbot will handle everything else. Tom, that was Volanta. So it's free to use. I think it's developed by Orbex. It's free to use. I think that's aviation simulation. AZA1389er. But then there's another one coming in behind as well. A CJ4. Oh, there he is. To be fair, you probably cover that in about 5-10 minutes. That's not too bad. Max chat, as they say, and smash into speed brake, max speed brake for the final descent. You'll be okay. Hopefully the guys that flew along today enjoyed it. Thanks for waiting along as well, and bearing with me while I dealt with that crash to desktop. That's quite frustrating. I probably won't go to Gatwick and fly using that for a long time actually now, so rip. And when I do, I'll probably use the softened version where there's less going on. All the ground vehicles are custom again, so using Latin VFR's RX. Surprised the baggage cart's still going, unless he's just finished. I'll have to see aviation simulation later. Let's see. You should be visible soon. All that cloud rolling in over the mountains in the distance. It's not bad for a bit of simple freeware, but the ILS really does need some work, because if you're flying the ILS approach, but none of it works, you can't line up even in bad weather. You're gonna have to divert. Or do what I did and fly it in manually. Look at that Britannia Airways livery. How fantastic is that? You can download that on flightsim.to as well. One of my favourite airlines growing up. It's made by Tommy HBK, that one, who created the channel livery for the A320neo in Osprey colours, which is really cool. If I get some free time over the next few days, we'll check out this scenery as well while we're here. Check out that big water bird over there. I'm going to try and see if I can create some of the water, some of the vapour, the visual effects for tyre smoke on touchdown and things like that for the flybywire mod, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Give it a go. Those hideous Piaggio jets with the weird little fin on the front. Strange things. Aviation simulation 1-0. If you've got this scenery, by the way, you don't want to use the ILS for 2.8 anyway. That's quite cool. I wonder where they got that from, that model. Not even sure what it's. Is it a water scooper? Gerard, thank you for subscribing, welcome on board, and MJT as well, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend so far. Fly IC, do you think the sim's already realistic? Yeah, I do. The fly-by-wire mod especially, the Aerosoft CLJ is fantastic, because if you don't give it the information it needs, it will just break on you. You know, or the autopilot won't work properly or whatever else. So yeah, I certainly do think it's realistic, depending on what you're using. The Just Flight PA28 Piper Arrow 3, that is exactly as I remember flying one years ago. So yeah, really good, depending on what aeroplanes you get, of course, and what scenery you might have to hand to. I like it. So we don't even know. So aviation simulation is now in range because my V-pilot's just blipped saying it can't model match. But what's it doing? Ah, fantastic. It's going to appear as Amazon Prime Air. Parshva, check the live streams channel on Discord, but also click the live stream for tomorrow, and in the description for that is a Google Drive link to the PDF, all the terms and conditions for the giveaway. Philip, no problem at all. Thanks for flying along. I hope you enjoyed it. Good choice of livery there as well. Glad you're enjoying the CRJ 700 as well. That's pretty cool. I think it's probably my favourite aeroplane in the sim. Gives me certainly a lot less grief than anything else. Jonathan, yes. Yeah, that crash to desktop's a little frustrating actually. I might have a bit of a tinker with it and see if I can guarantee it was Gatwick. I'm going to remove every other mod, and then I'm going to take off and fly the same route offline and just see what happens really. Flybywire, yeah. Oh, the terminal's modelled. Let's take a look. You know what? Let's go in via the jetway, if that's the case. We'll see. We'll see how good it is, shall we? I don't think the jetway's anything as such, though. Yeah, there we go. I feel like I'm on Roblox or something. Don't even know where we're going. Does anyone know the layout from this? Jonathan, yeah, sadly. Oh, look at that. Britannia flight BY165 is boarding. I'm trying to think where. I thought you suggested there was you said go inside the terminal like there was something to see. Yeah, how rubbish. There's another Prime Air that's just appeared there. Whee! Your slew mode, I should say. It's a great little livery for Amazon Prime Air. Yeah, it sounds, Gridman, from everything that I've seen, that the crash to desktops was the Gatwick scenery, sadly. I've had a couple of issues, weird issues and behaviour before when I've had it.
Thanks for the flight, lads. I'll catch you later.
Cheers, mate. See you. Hopefully you can join us tomorrow, Philip.
Genoa traffic, November 9 approximate, signing Mount Visual approach, runway 28.
Oh, there's a visual approach for 28. Ah, yes. I don't know who this is. I don't think this is any of our lot. And they're all landing with a strong tailwind, bizarrely. We'll go and watch this random person's landing, and he has no idea he's on stream, potentially. Yeah, I mean, the windsock's a tailwind of 11 knots. You should be using 10. Meta, LIMJ. Yeah, winds 140 at 10 knots. So the crosswind component, or the tailwind component, is certainly a lot more than 5 knots. Gridman, awesome. I downloaded the latest Ultra Star Full Edition or whatever crazy stuff it was called. The cranes are pretty awesome. Look how close they are to the touchdown point there. Just about to see his lights up in the distance. Up here. There's some random persons landing. Love it. There's a CJ4 inbound behind him, and then we've got aviation simulation coming in as well over the water from Corsica. fact, he's on base. Should be able to see him. According to Valanta, he's over there somewhere. We're on VATSIM, Zach. Ooh. Can't see him. He's certainly close enough though. According to Valanta anyway. Anyway, we'll watch this guy land. We're about 20 minutes later than we thought we would be for the stream. Ah, he's in a CJ4. No, CRJ. There's the touchdown markers just on the right hand side of the screen. That's his aiming point for touchdown for the wheels. It's looking good. Oh, he's in a British Avgeek livery as well. Look at that. Good choice. That looked really smooth. Question is, how much runway has he got left? Yeah, he's CJ4. Strange, it didn't show up as the default livery for that, of course. Though I may have changed it so that they appear as a CRJ in the livery. Yeah, 165.
Number 9% to Alpha to your runway, vectoring to GA.
So aviation simulation should be in view almost. We can have a little look to see exactly how far away he is. By typing .aircraft in, and it says 1657, 10 miles. You're turning back around for an RNAV into 28. No idea what you're doing. I can't see you. I don't know why you bottled it. You should have gone for 10. Aviation Simulations resisted joining us on VATSIM for a very long time, so that's why I'm holding off for his landing today. Just to welcome him in. New to VATSIM. I think you should have committed to the runway 10 approach on our aviation simulation. Otherwise you're landing with a really strong tailwind. Let's see, where's Valanta? Oh. He has actually turned around. He's over here now. Can't see him for love or money. All you had to do is one orbit aviation simulation. Quick orbit and you'd have been fine. You've got other people inbound as well actually though. Let's see. There's an A319 due in soon. Tell us when you're turning onto finals anyway. I don't know. We'll wait to hear out from him. Our prime air's still there on that weird taxiway. It's not bad for a bit of freeware scenery, especially if you're not going to fly here very regularly. But there's about 2 or 3 different versions of this on flightsim.to that you can use, which is quite good. So you can have you could download and try all 3 of them separately and see which one you prefer, really. 3 or 4 minutes. Certainly quite nice with the scenery and stuff. There's that CRJ heading in. Love the British Airways retro liveries. Really good. Monty, anything new in the dev fly-by-wire? Yeah, I can show you actually while we wait. Hopefully you'll see it. Thanks to the latest SDK update, we can now have, hopefully you see that, APU exhaust fumes. Which is really cool. Look at that. So that's new to the simulator overall. So every aircraft can now have that added onto it as well. So hopefully Aerosoft and all the other developers will add that to their aircraft very soon too. Haven't heard anyone else yet. Oh, I'd have self-vectored in by now actually, to be honest, I think, because that A319 is very close actually. You should be pretty much on top of each other. If you're not turning in on finals now, you'll have to you need to announce your position hopefully as well. No VNAV or anything sadly, it's all still a work in progress. Oh yeah, he's not on VATSIM. So it's all clear. No, the A319 isn't on VATSIM. So aviation simulation is somewhere in the distance over there by all those the hill that we buzzed over by about 1,000 feet or so. Well, at the moment I'm waiting for an opportunity to do the Maldives to perhaps Goa or Mumbai, I can't remember. So there is something being planned. Yeah, actually, AZA 13905 is on VATSIM. He's 25 nautical miles away, as William's saying there. I've just had a little look on .aircraft, so there's just about 10 miles more. Monty, not sure, it's particularly complex and they're trying to model in, it's a great question, they're trying to model in the Airbus logic for how LNAV and VNAV work, as well as the flight plan manager. So it's taken them a little while, quite difficult, but it is in progress. They are looking to deal with it. Eventually it will go into the experimental version first, but I probably wouldn't advise using that because it's going to be quite raw initially, and it's only really there as a branch for them to test and tweak themselves. So you'll probably end up seeing loads of streamers use it and things, but particularly yeah, you won't see me using it until it's at a state where the developers say that it's ready. Should be visible soon, unless it's one of those frustrating things where this sim makes the aeroplane invisible for a short while. He is 10 miles. Yeah, Volanta is a bit hit and miss. It doesn't always show everybody on VATSIM. And I'm not sure why. hopefully we figure out where we're going tomorrow for the giveaway stream. That's going to be quite good. I'll have a look at the poll, and I'll in fact I can have a little look now actually and tell you guys live where we'll be going, and then that'll be decision made too. Always good. Let's have a look at the server announcements. Wow, Munich to Malta is seems to be the popular one. So I better download the Malta scenery. Luca International, Malta, version 1.4. That'll be the one. And I think we've got Simwings Munich as well for tomorrow. So we'll have end-to-end great scenery again. We just need to come up with a flight number. Oh, Goodman, I was at stand 35. And I intentionally didn't use the airway, the jet bridge. Can't see it for the life of me. Certainly should see him now. He's at 4 miles. So I have no idea what's going on with VATSIM. After all this waiting, I'll be miffed if it doesn't appear. Let's go disconnect, reconnect. There he is. That worked. Goodness me. A little disconnect and reconnect sorts it out. So tomorrow's giveaway, we'll be doing Munich to Malta in the Aerosoft CRJ 700, and we'll be giving away a voucher to one winner to use on Contrail. €10 to spend on the Contrail web shop. Towards some of the really amazing stuff that they've got there, and yeah, it's going to be good. I think it's the first ever giveaway of a Contrail gift card. I've spent a couple of weeks asking them to create the gift card option so that content creators and everybody else can have a bit of a gift card option for us to have as well, which is always a good thing for gifts, giveaways and all that sort of stuff. So make sure you join us tomorrow. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. We'll be live from 1200 Zulu, which is 1300, 1 PM British summertime. And we'll be heading off to Malta. Love how it thinks Volotaire's Primaire. You know, we'll go with it. There we are, looking good. He's down. Welcome to Aviation Simulation. So, let's get back to the aeroplane. I love how now it's switched again. We've got the dove again. You guys are seeing it all today. LMMJ, I think, Malta's ICAO code is, Pushback. There we are, that should do us. That should cover us there. I think we can just about see everybody almost. Thanks to everybody who flew along. Thanks for those of you who are bearing with me when we dealt with the crash to death stop over Paris. Pretty certain it's linked to that Gatwick scenery, sadly. It's not very well optimised at the best of times anyway. Tomorrow, LMML, Lima Mike Mike Lima for Malta. The ICAO code, I've just checked that for you, so I'm not giving you the wrong information there. I just need to get a livery and a call sign for tomorrow, and I'll get that sorted on the Discord server over the next couple of hours. I hope you've all enjoyed it today. Thanks to all of our bronze, silver and gold frequent flyers as always for supporting the stream, and Wesley, Jonathan as well for your tips as well. Jonathan, for your really kind donation there, appreciate that. As always, really, thank you very much. Join me tomorrow for the giveaway live. But in the meantime, folks, I hope you're enjoying the rest of the weekend. I will see you all tomorrow, and thanks to those who flew along too. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow.